Be honest with me for a second. Have you ever looked at someone rich and thought, how did they do it? What's their secret? And then you tell yourself, maybe they got lucky. Maybe they inherited money. Maybe they just knew the right people. But here's the truth. Most self-made rich people, they weren't lucky. They weren't special. They just followed rules about money that schools never taught you. And that's what I'm going to break down for you today. Now, let's get something straight. Rich doesn't mean wearing Gucci belts or posting vacations on Instagram. Come on, that's fake rich. Real rich. Real rich means freedom. Freedom to wake up when you want. Freedom to take care of your parents. Freedom to spend time with your kids instead of begging your boss for a day off. So when I say how to be rich, I'm not talking about flexing. I'm talking about freedom. Here's where most people go wrong. They think money is only about income. They're like, if I just get a raise, if I just get a better job, then I'll be rich. But think about it. Haven't you seen people who make more money, but are still broke? Why? Because their mindset never changed. Rich people think differently. Poor people say, I can't afford this. Rich people ask, how can I afford this? See the difference? One shuts the door, the other looks for the key. Okay, so what's the actual formula? Let me keep it simple. Work, save, invest, scale. First, work. Not just have a job work. I mean, actually focus on creating value. Upgrade your skills, take side hustles, build something of your own. Rich people don't just work harder, they work smarter. Second, save. And no, I don't mean being cheap. I mean controlling your desires. If you try to look rich before you are rich, you'll stay broke forever. Third, invest. And listen, this is where most people give up because they're scared of the stock market. Or they think it's only for geniuses. But it's not. You don't need to pick the next Tesla. Just start with index funds, ETFs, or simple rental property. Let time and compounding do the heavy lifting. And finally, scale. Here's the secret. Nobody gets truly rich by just saving. You need to own. Own a business. Own real estate. Own assets that make you money even while you sleep. That's when you stop working for money, and money starts working for you. Let me give you an example. Imagine you invest just $500 a month in the stock market with an average return of 8%. Guess what? In about 35 years, you're sitting on over $1 million. Now, if you double that to $1,000 a month, you hit that million in less than 25 years. See, it's not about winning the lottery. It's about consistency. Small, boring moves, done over time, that make you rich. But here's the catch. Making money is one thing. Keeping it is another. I know people who made a ton of money in crypto, then lost it all in the hype. Why? Because they chased quick wins. Wealthy people don't gamble everything. They protect their money, they diversify, and they think long term. You should too. Now let me tell you something weird. The richest people I know, they give. They donate, they help others, they invest back into their communities. And you might think, wait, how does giving make you rich? Simple. Generosity builds trust, connections, and opportunities. It comes back to you in ways you can't even imagine. So don't wait until you're a millionaire to give. Start small. Start now. So, how do you be rich? Fix your mindset. Work smart. Save with discipline. Invest with patience. Scale by owning assets. Protect your wealth. And give, because wealth is bigger than just you. Look, you don't need to win the lottery. You don't need to be born into money. You just need to start today. Because the small choices you make with money right now, they decide if you'll be free tomorrow. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone you care about. And hey, let me ask you, do you want to look rich today? Or do you want to be rich for the rest of your life? The choice is yours.